and we're back level at 20 points apiece. This is scintillating, sumptuous basketball here in the Basketball Africa League. It is incredible competition. You'd be mad not to be watching. Another chance for two, and it's going in. The little put in there coming from that main man, Johnny Pedro.
Well, that's what Pedro does. Again, if I'm in the NBA, I'm looking at this guy trying to get him. 10-12 feet. If you allow a guy to sit back there and make that pass, he'll make it all day long. It's almost like an NFL style of football where the quarterback has a lot of time to pass the ball without pressure. You've got to pressure the passer, especially when you have the type and the level of bigs that you have on either one of these teams, Robbie.
They've got a whole bunch of guys, big burly guys, protecting the quarterback at the same time, don't they? That's a wonderful skyhook, dropped in sumptuously to add two to the tally, and it is from that man, Olympio Cipriano, a young guy at the age of 39, still playing like he's 18. It's absolutely amazing, and that's what African basketball is all about. You've got all kinds of different ages and backgrounds that makes up this wonderful competition. As we go and see Diabate going on a bit of a wander there. The ball comes back into his hands, back out for Hesham. Hesham goes for the layup. That's brilliant play. The bench looks across, and it's like sort of high fives because determination was imperative there.
Yeah, that's a long way to be able to drive unimpeded. That defense has got to shore up a little better than that.
Now, look at the score lines, 42-33. This is not a good quarter, is it, for PETRO LUANDA? All square coming into the second 10, as we can see what Diabate was doing, getting the ball out to Hesham, and, well, there he is, straight through traffic, the up and under. Beautiful score.
Yeah.
They need to come back. They need to fight a little bit harder because they're not picking up the points when they get play, and then they're not defending when they do because they drop their heads marginally.
Well, they had these guards come on the court, Antoine Scott, obviously, and I thought that was the change. They got to get some of their mainstays back on the floor, I think, if they want to get back in a rhythm.
Well, the attempted tip in comes to nothing. Johnny Pedro needs to step up as well. They've got pure talent on this in this PETRO side, of course, but they've also got players who come off the bench. But can they play as well as ZAMALEK's bench? That's the question you've got to ask yourselves.
Well, and it's win or go home. And as you're talking about it, benches do matter, obviously, and both benches are deep. But you don't have, there's another game, well, there will be another game viewing, but there's not another opportunity to get to a championship. So you got to get it done here, because you're not going to get another chance at winning the first BAL title.
ZAMALEK 42, PETRO LUANDA 33. It's a 9-point difference. 4:40 left in the second quarter. We'll take a break.
Fans, please direct your attention to the video board for the best dunk of the day, brought to you by LUANDA.
Steal the keys right out my car and I'll find a way to forgive you. I fight 1,000 guys, live to die 1,000 lives. Oh, I find another way to make me smarter, just so I could understand. Just so I could understand.
Welcome back.
Yeah, we've seen changes, you know, during the ZAMALEK when they've made changes off the bench. Sometimes they've fallen underneath the underneath the hammer, underneath the kosh against opponents who managed to creep back into the... They've got to be a little bit careful though, when they do make those changes, because it kind of destabilizes them momentarily. And I think PETRO are a team that can actually get in and rattle and rile them in those special occasions. But maybe they've worked on that and they're going to be foolproof on this occasion. It is a semi-final.
Yeah, and your point's well made, and particularly on the offensive end, but I think because their bread is buttered on the defensive end of the floor, that allows them to have a little bit of stability, and we've seen that here late with PETRO going cold, unable to generate a whole lot of offense as Hodge knocks down yet another free throw and extends the lead, Robbie, to 13 here late in the second.
He's a good basketball player. I think that it was just accidental. It came back down because you're trying to protect your zone, of course. But we hope
he recovers quickly.
Yeah, let's have a look. So I think he's good. There's a little cut up there, but he's obviously a little bit stunned, and I think that's what it comes down to. But obviously, priority is that everybody, is safety and health is obviously top priority. We know about that, so we can see that he's coming back out. Oh, I think we're in the presence of basketball world today, and it's going to be the same case all over the weekend, lads.
Oh, yes, we are. That's Mark Tatum, part of the leadership of the NBA. He came all the way over here, deputy commissioner, and he is just raving about this league and very excited about what that man there did. Amadou Gallo Fall, what he's put together, and Amadou, who started this many years ago and had a dream and got a lot of his NBA friends. Amadou Gallo Fall did to come down to South Africa and help him with Basketball Without Borders, which some of these players even today were part of. Which was a camp, players all over the continent, and then you just fast forward to the NBA Academy. Amadou Gallo Fall also did a lot of things with his nonprofits.
Seed in Dakar.
In Dakar, and then, as I mentioned, the academy, and then you're doing camps all around the continent. And
Steal the keys right out my
before you know it, you're talking about a league, and then voila, we have that today. So it's just amazing to see that, as you mentioned, just basketball royal.
been like that all week, though, with multiple people coming in, just world leaders and otherwise. Absolutely. So it's just been...
Steal the keys right out my car and I'll find a way to forgive you.
Amazing experience to watch.
And just next to Mark Tatum, we had Wes Edens, who's the founder of New Fortress Energy, of course, which is one of the...
Welcome home. Missing you made me stronger.
main sponsors of the BAL, and that brings us to Threes for Trees. He's the chairman also of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, and those... Threes for Trees have been really cool because we've talked about it. I know you're excited about the Threes for Trees because of the impact on the continent with every... Time a three is made, 3 trees are planted on the continent.
Yeah, but it's also it's about survival. It's about our planet, you know. I mean, if we all respected our planet. Then obviously, you know, we'd be in a much better place. So it's just it's a gesture, it's a return, isn't it? It's like, you know, saying to Mother Nature, look, this is what we're going to do to help out, and that's.
Cut the strings of my guitar, stomp your heels into my toes, steal the keys right out my car, and I'll find a way to forgive you.
Coming straight from the Basketball Africa League, great incentive, great idea, and there are lots like it, like we mentioned before. We're still waiting to get the lowdown on Miklawi.
Just so I could understand, I'll find what you're looking for. Just so I could understand, I'll find what you're searching for. To keep you away. Just so I could understand, I'll find what you're looking for.
For Kiju, of course, who got a small hit to his head. We're going to go across to Usher. Usher, can you give us... Give us some information, tell us what's going on. She might be actually going off to see what's going on with the ZAMALEK team. So I think that we'll catch up with her. You'll come back with that, with the details, I'm so pretty sure. Lance.
Well, I mean, the NBA has done such a great job, and you see how they are wiping up the floor and taking their time. NBA postponed the launch of the league 2 times, March and December of 2020. The BAL has gone above and beyond measure to provide a safe environment for all the players, team staff, official, and employees on the campus that they created at the Radisson Blue. It's amazing, as well as their normal, which you know is a beautiful place. I got to hang out there. Of course, you as well. And the BAL medical team comprises top global physicians and medical professionals in concert with the CDC, WHO. Other specialists have implemented stringent health and safety measures. No fans immediately behind the players. And so whenever you have a situation like this, you want to make sure that you clean it up, and it is part of the safety protocol.
Welcome home. Missing you made me stronger.
For sure.
That the BAL has implemented in this environment.
And you know, we're all taking daily PCR tests, you know, to obviously keep everybody in the same place. I think I'm on something like 22 already. You must be the same, Lance. And, you know, it's not a problem. We're all, you know, trying to fight the same battle. It's not even a battle. We're all trying to protect each other. I think that's probably a better way to word it. We're going to get back to the action, as you can see. But in any case, the organisation around this bubble has been top notch.
Yep.
So, you know, just picking on a couple of those bits of information and addressing the right people to give them the credit that they deserve, as we see the free throw. Attempt here, with just a few seconds remaining, of course, before the end of the half, and it is
back, but I'll find a way to forgive you. Cut the strings of my guitar, stomp your heels into my
Salem. Sorry, not Salem. It's Hatem, of course, who's trying to drop in the second shot from the free throw line.
Drops it in for his teammate McCallum.
5 seconds before the end of the half. Got to get up, got to try and get those points. There's the attempt at three. It comes off. Off the boards down.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
The better angle here. Oh, he gets... Oh, it's Johnny Pedro just hitting him on the side of... I don't understand.
That's nasty. I think he hit the elbow.
I think so. Won it, and now they've seen these youngsters climb up out of the lower echelons of the academy to become, you know, potential champions.
It's a big deal, and also you talked about it. Many people have. You can only have one first.
Mahmoud.
He gets it, saves his. Whoa. And the foul by Pedro.
These guys, you know, they're good mates, aren't they? This is nice to see. Okay, Johnny Pedro just with Solo Diabate. He's fine, but, you know, you're going to make the call. You're going to verbally react to that, aren't you? Come on, man. But he didn't give me the bear hug.
That's exactly right. That's just mutual respect and two guys who are just competing as hard as possible and trying to come away with a victory.
Now the problem is that that's his 5th foul. It's obligado for Johnny Pedro. Will he get any more game time or not, is the question. Well, 5 minutes and 18 points. Doesn't look good on paper, but we've seen stranger things happen in the world of basketball.
Well, a little secret, doesn't look good on court either at this point, because you've got a very focused and good ZAMALEK team. Veteran ball players executing well here down the stretch, Robbie.
In a big way, in a big way. Just so you know, if you're watching this one, there's another one just that's going to take place a little bit later on. Very big game, of course, because that's Mahmoud trying to come up from down below. Look at the guys going up to see if he's okay. Protect your interest, but more importantly, protect your friends. And it is a big battle, of course. US Monastir of Tunisia, labelled and tagged as the top team to beat, the favourites to go all the way and win that extraordinary trophy that we'll get to see in the next couple of days. Come up against Patriots.
I'd be very surprised. You need a miracle to play, but he had a great BAL, and he's going to watch his teammates fight as they go into the final with the miss by Muhammad, and they get it back, surveys, and down to the big fella underneath, and Quade finishes with the layup.
Do you know Sullivan for Rivers? You know, when he turned on his ankle and it just swelled up so much. It was bulbous. It was enormous. And then he was playing the day after, 2 days later. You know, miraculous things have happened. So anyway, he'll be part of this ZAMALEK team right until the very end. Whether or not he'll be on court or not, I don't know. But he'll play an integral part in this family affair because it's working well for them. 31 seconds to go, 89-71, and it is a done deal. We can say it now. But Petro, well, they've tried, but they have found it very, very complicated. Talk about turnovers, but it's also about the assists of ZAMALEK and the teamwork between each other. We're running down the clock. You can see this. And Hisham is here bouncing the ball. They already know that it's a done deal. The applause is coming in, and appreciation between coaches, which is good. But the Spaniard, the Catalan coach, Ulbi, has done an exceptional job bringing together this group of players. ZAMALEK are into the final of the inaugural Basketball Africa League, and they thoroughly deserve it. The final score here at the Kigali Arena, 89 points to 71, beating Petro de Luanda of Angola. Lance, it's They deserved it. They really did deserve it at the end of the day.
Well, their defense was beautiful. I mean, they executed extremely well, obviously on the offensive end, but there was just turnover after turnover for Petro. And then also, I thought that Petro just got caught up into a little bit too much one-on-one.